vienes a decir que estás cansado de mí, que mi actitud te harta, que no te dejo vivir. Así me conociste y así me voy a morir. No más, no me amenaces con que te vas a ir. Eres parte de mi vida, pero sé vivir sin ti. No necesito a nadie para ser feliz. Sé que te quejas y yo siempre he sido así. Si te quieres ir, ahí está la puerta. Si sales de aquí, mejor ya ni vuelvas. Si te quieres ir, yo te abro la puerta. No hay más que decir, ya empaqué tus maletas. Tantas cosas que yo te aguanté que ya perdí la cuenta. Ahora me quedo con la casa, pero tú pagas la renta. Ay, ay, ay. Y el que no quiera, pues que no estorbe. Hay más de una fila que me quiere conquistar. Después no te me asustes si quieres regresar. Tú crees que eres perfecto y no te puedo reemplazar. No seas tan descarado, equivocado estás. Si te quieres ir, ahí está la puerta. Si sales de aquí, mejor ya ni vuelvas. Si te quieres ir, yo te abro la puerta. No hay más que decir, ya empaqué tus maletas. Tantas cosas que yo te aguanté que ya perdí la cuenta. Ahora me quedo con la casa, pero tú pagas la renta. La pagas tú, y tú, y tú. La pagas tú, y tú, y tú. Tú la pagas. ¿Creíste que me ibas a asustar? Aquí eres tú quien más perdió. Y pagas la renta.
So you're dialing in tonight from your dad's house, right?
That's right. I am literally in my dad's basement in Midland right
Just
now.
like the old days. You know, if the business
Just like the
crumbled,
old days. That's right.
If
I'm
the-
I'm
yeah.
in the corner. Laundry room off to the side. It's like old times here.
That's right. If the business crumbles, you may be back there. So get comfy.
That might
And
be
so-
back there. Thank goodness we won that space because
Yeah, that's right.
this space doesn't accommodate a studio.
Yeah.
You don't know how much stuff we have for the studio until you actually have to pack it up and take it somewhere
Yeah.
else on location, and that's where I'm at.
So
for a couple days, it's Midland today
Yeah.
for the last few days, and then into Barrie to see my mom for a few days till Thursday, then back to
Oh.
Timmins on Friday.
Hopefully it's like the old days. You got a curfew. You're only allowed to have 2 beers. You got to keep it down after 11 p.m. You have to respect your parents,
You
no
need
matter
to
how old they are.
respect them. Yes, it's
Yeah.
early to bed. When my boys go to bed early, it's usually grandma and grandma go to bed shortly after. Then it's it's trying to tiptoe through the place, and I'm like, well, I better go to bed too.
That's right. You got a
Yeah.
curfew there, pal.
Squeaking
And
around. You find out how squeaky the stairs are when you're trying to sneak around.
My
Trying to
mom,
keep
my
everyone
mom,
not
used to-
not waking up, right?
I used to try the old sneak out, and my mom heard every little crack. And those doors would kill you at night. One little crack, and you're done for.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, there we are, pal. So we're just saying hello to everyone.
Yes, hi, Janice.
Okay.
Janice sent me a picture. I just wanted to mention Janice has one of our Kins and Klomp Live cups. Now they're not dishwasher safe, but she showed me a picture. She Says the letters were falling off, and I said they're not dishwasher safe. She's like, those aren't in the dishwasher. So I said, you've got strong hands, Janice.
That's right.
Anyhow, we need to write that down. Janice needs a new Kids and Clomp mug, and we'll hook her up. Did
you remember your clothes, or do you just buy clothes down there?
No, I packed some clothes.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny. I should have taken a picture of all the stuff in my trunk. I'm only going for a week. But if you pack for your kids, it looks like I was packing for a month. There's Terry. Hello, hi Terry.
Yeah, there's Terry. She's waiting. She says, I told her, I'll sleep at the office tonight. She's like, no, don't you dare. So no dogs here. It's so quiet. It's nice.
It is tempting. Yeah, you can see Terry on the back, the back futon in your office.
Yeah, she would be, but I told her if I ever want quietness, I'll sleep here. But then, she doesn't like that plan. So, okay, pal. So I'll recap the rest of the weekend. But the big thing now is, and you missed this, dude, the start of the return of the MountJoy Farmers Market in their new location. Awesome day, pal. Awesome day.
It was an awesome day yesterday. And you say I missed it. I didn't miss it because I watched your live. Mm-hmm. In fact, my boys tuned into the live. You stopped at my boy's mom's booth, Hillbilly Customs.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I said, tune into the live. They said, oh, there's Jamie. They went and did all their thing. And then when they heard their mom, you were talking to Mona, they stopped everything and raced over to tune in to see what was going on.
Yeah. And she said that I was funnier than you. I asked her. Did you catch that?
we caught that part, yes.
Okay. All right. So Rock's about to join us here. He's the mastermind. He has a team, but I call him the mastermind.
He's the mastermind behind, I'm going to say some of the creativity. I'm going to say about 80% of what happens at the MountJoy Farmers Market. And of course, they have their brand new location. If you didn't see the live yesterday, or it didn't show up, I'm going to say who didn't show up because there was a lot of people. Yeah. I'm going to say that's probably one of the biggest starts to the MountJoy Farmers Market, and we'll ask Rock to see if he agrees or not. But I think that new location is gold. I thought the previous location was gold. This is more gold. Across the street now.
More gold. Okay, let's bring Rock on and figure it out.
A lot more gold.
Yeah. And there he is.
There's Rock Whissell. How are you?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good. You're in Toronto. I'm in Midland. Jamie's in Timmins. We're covering the entire province with tonight's show.
Definitely. We had a good drive up to Toronto this morning. Had to bring the boys back to their home base here in Toronto. So we just made it. I think I was in Barrie at 4:00, and we just made it at 7:00 in the apartment. So
yeah, that's right. You knew Rock wasn't in Timmins because there's like a 1,000-plex condominium right behind him in the window right there.
Big
that's
difference.
Definitely not my back view on Government Road. Definitely not the same building.
Not the same building. No, I was trying to do a squint here. I'm like, is that the 101 Mall? No, a little different. Hi, everyone. There's Melissa Viano tuning in. And Angel says she was in Toronto the last 3 days too. Back home now. I think Angel went to see the Backstreet Boys. She has some great picks from online. Angel, welcome back to Timmins.
All right,
see Joanne's picture there, the white moose there. She sent us a ton of pictures. She caught up with the spirit animal. We're going to post that in our midday blast tomorrow.
All right. Yes, we're going to post that. But I want to talk about the farmers market, Kinsman. So you know what? A big opening. But Ron, Rick, walk me through how you get land donated to. Did they just approach you and say, hey, listen, this spot's been open for a while and we think you'd be a perfect, your group would be a perfect asset for this, or how did it work?
It's basically what happened. I've been Barry's electrician for the last 15 years, working for Accurate. Barry was using Accurate Electric to do all his electrical and all his buildings. And I've grown to know Barry quite well. And we've grown to have this great relationship, a working relationship. And I guess he's been watching the farmers market grow and grow every year. And he came up and asked me if we'd be interested in moving the farmers market on that property on Pavillon Road. And here we are last Saturday with an amazing outcome.
What an amazing outcome. And again, talking to people online who went, obviously, catching Clomps live for day one. I'm just going to say that's got to be one of the better kickstarts to the MountJoy Farmers Market in years past. Are we close to saying that's true?
Oh, definitely. That was the biggest amount of, first of all, the biggest amount of vendors I've had at the market. So we had 26 active members on site during the first day, but the amount of people that was pulling into that driveway, I mean, I thought this property was big, but it was getting smaller and smaller throughout the day as people were pulling in. Last year, I think our biggest number was about 600. I'm sure we were over 1,000. It's hard to count now with people coming in on the property in every direction, but it was a great outcome for sure.
And Mark, there was a drone. Someone put a drone shot. Seeing the new layout, you could fit way more vendors in there, and seeing so many vendors. People saying that they haven't seen that many vendors in years past must just make you feel super awesome. Seeing the support, not only from the vendors, but the support toward these vendors when they're there selling their goods.
Well, it's fun to have. It's fun to have vendors with produce and with its things to sell. I mean, everybody almost didn't run out, but there was so much people there to buy. So it's a good combination. Everybody was happy. All the vendors were happy at the end of the day. They showed up. There was a lot of vendors, but there was a lot of people. So everybody got a chance to sell all their produce, and they're looking forward for next weekend for sure. And so am I.
Well, it's true. And Rock, I did see a big smile on your face, and deservedly so. I know you and your team, it takes a lot of work to plan throughout the year. This isn't just something that comes together, like the last week before the market. But the biggest thing that I love about the market, the farmers market, yes, the produce is there, of course, that's the highlight of the day, but there's so much diversity there, so many products and crafts and blankets, like candles, like everything that you can want is there. And that's where I think the market's really showcasing their biggest asset, because it's a one-stop shop, local, high quality produced products, supporting people who, it's been a tough couple of years for a lot of these individuals. And I think diversity must be very important to your group for when folks come through every Saturday.
It's diversity is definitely one of the biggest assets, but the other asset is that when you're talking to the person in front of you, it's the person that created that product. It's the person that put the time into what they're selling in front of you. They could answer all those questions. So it's so much more personal when you're at the vendor's booth and you're actually asking questions, and their answers are, heartfelt, and they really put their time and their effort into all their produce and their products. So it's a one-on-one conversation every time you buy something there.
Yeah, it really is. And you do get to, you do get to have a great conversation with all the vendors there, and they all have a great story. So for folks, Joanne just put up a comment. She's thinking about putting up a booth next year. But for folks that want to get involved this year, there's still opportunities for vendors to get involved.
There's always opportunities. Like I've said before, we've got to maintain a 51% farmers at the market. So as long as I keep on getting new farmers, I could add some more crafters and more other booths. So anybody that wants to sell produce from their farm is my number one. But as we grow the farmers, we can continue growing with booths. I've got room for over 32 locations, booths. So I mean, there's hardly any limits to how big we could bring this market this summer.
There's so much to see and choose through. Just off the top of your head, Rock, for those who didn't show up yesterday, some of the newer vendors that people can see. Can you take us through, what people can expect at next Saturdays and for the Saturdays to come?
The main 20 vendors have been following me for the last 2 years. The last 2 years are there, but we have some great new vendors, great new food. New produce, totally different arts and crafts, and and some old vendors that hadn't been to the market in a couple of years that are back this year as well. So it's nice to see those faces back. With the COVID in the last 2 years, some people weren't comfortable being out in public, and it's nice to see them back at the market and being back at their home with the rest of the vendors.
Every week, I remember last Saturday, you had a bit of a different theme, whether it was a tractor showcasing some animals. Can we expect more of the same this year on Saturdays?
Definitely. I think we might not concentrate as much on the animal part, but the nonprofit groups, the organizations that want to promote themselves, I think we have a lot more room now this year for them. We'll continue with some of the animals, but I think being out there for other nonprofit groups and other people that we could support and help through the market with the amount of people coming through. I know the MountJoy volunteer firemen are going to be there next weekend looking for recruitment. We're looking for more volunteers. So they'll be at the Saturday market next weekend. So if somebody's interested in joining the MountJoy or any of our volunteer fire departments throughout the city, this is a great opportunity to come and meet with them and to discuss it with them. So these are types of groups that I want to continue to encourage. As a city councilor, as the MountJoy president, I think the community has to keep on growing, and this is a great opportunity to do it.
And great opportunity for local musicians as well. I know, in years past, you've had local musicians like Kaleidoscope. I know Kelsey's been there to perform. Any more musicians lined up for this year?
Definitely. I mean, we've got the room for it. This weekend was a little different because we had to set up with the new location. There was a lot more involved. Now that we've established the first market, that we're all settled in, my vendors know a little bit where location they're sitting at. We'll be able to continue to grow and to add those specific items, singers and musicians, and there's so much opportunity that. And I mean, I've got 14 weeks to do it, so we got 14 more weeks. There will be something different every weekend in the next 14 for sure.
Yeah. And one thing, if you haven't been, someone mentioned it earlier, is the fact that, I get there about, 10 to 9, quarter to 9, a few minutes before it starts. There is already people chewing at the bit to get into the produce for sure and meet the vendors. And I find even the beginning lineup, the early birds, I guess, were bigger than last year's early birds. So I think that's a real build a momentum for your group.
No, definitely. Like the produce are always the number one priority that people are looking for. And we're early in the season. So, I mean, last Saturday, our local produce are not there at 100%. It's only going to grow. It's only going to get better throughout the summer. There's more and more farmers joining me as we go every weekend. So there'll be a lot more selection. I think that's what people are looking for, but there's so many other options, like you were saying, for birthday gifts, gifts for anybody looking for something different. Yeah. There's so many different produce there. It's amazing.
I think that speaks numbers for the vendors too, or it just speaks volumes of how awesome these vendors are when people are lining up, week in and week out, talking to the regulars. They're there lining up at the Peacock Farms booth, religiously picking up their sugar pies or whatever pie they have. And, if you caught Jamie's live yesterday, they're now going to feature a new pie every single week. So again, not the vendors trying to stay on top to wow. And I think it works. And, when you see that lineup every morning, when you get there, you should have shown up, 30 minutes ago. That's usually the answer, right? Those early birds are always there to get that special deal.
No, the early birds. And then I'm also getting a lot of inquiries from people from out of town with booths and vendors because they know the numbers are good. Everything is positive at our fair. At our market so far, and I think people are interested in seeing what it's all about. So the cheese from Kappa's Casing was there for the first time in 4 years that I've ran the market. So we're seeing other vendors coming in town to continue because the numbers are good, because there's a variation and people are buying a lot of produce. So it's a good sign for everybody.
Yeah, it's amazing. And what these farmers have to entail to get that produce in front of you is that everything needs to be perfect. It needs to be the economy. It needs to be the weather. It needs to be their machinery. They always seem to have a barrier in that profession. So when you go there and support them with their fresh produce, you're really you know, a lot of hard work went into getting that on the table Saturday morning at the market. Incredible.
There's definitely a hard labor into all those farmers. I mean, the risk is always there. You never know what the weather is going to be. Dry, too wet, too cold. We live in the Northern Ontario, so I mean, our weather is helping us. We're growing a longer season every year, but there is, you know, there's so much involved and so much knowledge that goes behind it as well, like trading different ideas and seeing what other farmers are doing and other produce, how they get to grow it to a certain degree. I mean, that's part of the market as well. It's the education part between us, between all the vendors, and to see how we cooperate together to make our produce better and to have something for the public to buy at the market.
Super cool, Mark. Wait till you check out the new location. And like you were mentioning, there's opportunity to expand and grow, and this is just week 1. So the market runs every Saturday throughout the summer, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
That's correct. Every weekend till Thanksgiving weekend. So our last one is Thanksgiving Saturday. And like I said, the produce are just going to start growing and growing throughout the market. So I think it's a positive thing. And seeing new vendors and new people trying it and putting gardens in their backyards and discussing with us that they've grown their first tomato or their first cucumber in the backyard is exactly what we're looking for. As much as the market is growing, so is the community in the agricultural section and in their personal farms or gardens in their backyard.
And the appreciation towards growing a tomato, because you see the meme, it says, you know, I put all this effort in there to get my $3.25 tomato vine, you know, come August. It gives you a better appreciation for what farmers do day in and day out. You know, even yourself, Rock, you're up at the crack of dawn. A lot of people, if they don't know you've got your own hobby farm, and you've probably never seen sleep in ever, you know, up there with you.
Well, I'm one of the same that got inspired. I put up a greenhouse, or my wife and I put up a greenhouse last summer, and I'm the one growing tomatoes and green in my garden as well. Not enough to have a booth at the market yet, but
not yet. Well, that just speaks volumes to what you need to be able to sell your products every week.
That's right.
Amazing.
To be able to, especially with the amount of people going through, to have enough to, you know, have at least for the first 15 minutes to sell your produce.
That's right.
To have it for
Rock's
3 hours.
just sold out in 2 minutes. He had a pint of tomatoes. That was all sold out. Next year, I'll have 2 pints.
One of the things I can always grow is this rhubarb. No matter what you do to rhubarb, you could drive over it, put concrete on it.
I can grow weeds.
Yeah,
I've got
rhubarb,
lots of weeds.
20 feet of rhubarb up like the next day. That's the strongest produce, or however you call it, thing that grows from the ground. You can never get rid of this rhubarb, I don't think.
Well, you need to figure out how to I guess turn the rhubarb into jams, pies. You know, get in touch with some of the vendors. I'm sure there's vendors out there that would take your rhubarb. I think Joanne, I'm pretty sure Joanne would. She was boasting at was it last year? Anyhow, I think she's a rhubarb fan.
I know my mom steals all my rhubarb, and she's got strawberries at home and a mixture she makes for our toast in the morning. I don't think there's a recipe, knowing it's my mother's, but there's not a recipe better that I know of anyway.
There we go. Yeah, I remember those. You know, no matter what you do, so it's the strong one. You come over to my house, have all the rhubarb you want there.
Well, I'll set up a table for you. You're there.
There we go.
I know people can eat it raw. Can you eat it raw? Like someone said, you dip it in. Is it sugar, or salt, or I don't even know.
I've got
Mark grows weed.
No. The sugar's never too far away at my house. I know that for sure.
Yeah, same here. Well, he's doing an amazing job there, Mark.
Doing an amazing job, and again, we're tied in right to the end. You know, from the start to the finish. We're pleased to be a part of the MountJoy Farmers Market. And again, the new Pavilion Road access and your new location, I'm going to say, is way better than the other one. And again, just seeing pictures from someone's drone to just the pictures and the ambiance that was down there. This move is beneficial. And again, Barry Petrovsky, he's the one who he's the one to thank for this. And as they say, the city with a heart of gold. It moves like that. This is why we get that moniker.
No, it makes a big difference in the community with that donation. I mean, the location was great, but people are out there. I appreciate everybody, every single person that came out on Saturday, and everybody that's going to tell somebody else that they had a great time at the market, and there was something there for everybody. So hopefully it continues growing throughout the summer. And I love seeing you guys there every Saturday morning and look forward to it. And so do my vendors. So I really appreciate it. And this is a really positive thing for our community.
Yeah. Thank you, Rock. We love being there too, and I'm going to be there next Saturday for week 2. Can't wait to walk the new Vendors Row. We're going to call it Vendors Row on Pavilion Road. That's we're gonna coin that phrase right now.
Perfect.
He's already coming up with jokes because he missed the first one. He's trying to make up for it.
I didn't. Well, when you say miss, I didn't miss it. I was in your back pocket while you were doing your live. That's the beauty of Kids and Clomp Live. We can go anywhere and anytime. And even while I was here in Midland, my boys tuned into that live. And again, when Clomp stopped at Hillbilly Customs and saw their mom there at that booth, they stopped everything and ran over to see what was going on.
There we are. Well, thanks for coming on. Enjoy your time in the GTA. I'd stay away from the Jays because they're just terrible. And
they're playing some bad ball right now.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
disaster.
Yeah.
But travel back safe, and we'll be seeing you next Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, we'll see you. Hopefully, it's nice and bright and sunny, and we'll be at the parking lot for sure.
All right, buddy. Take care. Enjoy your time away.
All right. Thanks.
See ya.
Goodbye.
He's doing it all, Kinsman. He's doing it all.
Doing it all, and we're coining phrases. Vendors Row on Pavilion Row. There you go. I'm going to make a meme. We're gonna put a patent on it. That's our coin phrase for Rock Whissell there.
You hear the guy rev up his truck right in front of the building there when Rock was talking? I swear to God, he leaves every time, and he just has to rev her down third. All right, so
such a good local event, and again, every single year we've been attached to it now. This is our second full year. This is the biggest and best that we've seen. And again, the new location going to pave wonders, and it's great to see all the vendors now taking the opportunity. How many eyes are, if they were averaging 600 people through that parking lot every single weekend, that's 600 eyes on your goods and the potential, for some customers. And again, now there's probably more than that from day one yesterday. So again, it's very beneficial for vendors if you want to sell your stuff.
I wanted to go to this comment. So Susan says, so awesome, all the people stepping up to help less fortunate kids go to Wonderland. So Susan, 1,000,000% on this one. We are now up to 8 people, youths, who weren't able to travel because to Wonderland experienced it due to financial means. And we, through the help of local individuals and businesses who've sponsored these youths to go on this vacation, super awesome. And I know that the 8 people who have been selected are overwhelmed with this generosity. So yeah, it has been amazing. And we're getting ready. We have a few bus seats left for the Wonderland trip, which goes on.
I think 16 seats left.
Less now. Yeah.
Is there less than 16 now?
Yeah.
I know one of the sponsors, my boys, Grandma and Dan from Barrie, they sent you an email right before we hopped on the show tonight. They wanted to sponsor a youth seat, so another EMT has come in, and again, we're going to hook up a very deserving child who normally wouldn't be able to go a chance to go, and again, it's great to see.
Should have taken the back office whenever the noise is. It's true.
That's why I took the office, Dennis.
You're smart. Yeah.
The rowdies on third.
So yeah, the rowdies on third. So if we get, there's still a few seats, and if we get another sponsorship, we'll always post it. and we will let people know. And yeah, the bus is almost filled. So if you have the financial means, it's going to be fun. It's $175, which includes your bus ride to and from, of course, and includes your Wonderland ticket. And you get to see Mark cry on the Leviathan. So that's
I don't cry on the Leviathan. I cry if you don't go on the Leviathan with me. And again, right now I'm flying solo, so I don't know who's going to be riding the ride. If I've been on the ride a few times, haven't been on that one, but if I have to ride a ride solo because someone bails on it, I'm riding it solo.
All right, solo again, Kinsman, solo again.
Always solo. That's right.
All right.
Story of my life. Right
so I'll
now.
tell you. So we have some camping in my family. So 3 different spots. So I was out at Villers Bay this weekend. My parents-in-law have a trailer out there. They had a Canada Day celebration. Canada Day celebration. Foam party. They had the blow up bouncies. It was pretty awesome out there.
They had Nadia out there.
Yeah.
Was climbing fun out there? Or just
climbing fun was out there, my dude.
Nice,
so that's one. My youngest son, Aiden, he's just gone to Camp Pickle today. So that's, when he was younger, he lasted 1 day and cried to come home, but now it's too cool to cry and come home. So he's going to stick out there the week.
Well, tell us the story. You went out there to see what was going on, and you said they brought, first of all, beverages for 1 day, and they're there for how long?
Now this is my older son.
Tell us the fire situation there. What happened?
Okay, so that's my youngest son's at Camp Pickle. Everything is well organized and well done out there. So he just kicked off his week. Now my older son is out camping on Crown land, and they're 20 now, but it's the same group of kids I've been going out with since they were like 7 or 8. So it's the annual camping trip. Now this year I didn't. It's my first year not going. They're 20, and anyways, so
they don't need Papa Clomp hanging around with them.
No, here's the thing.
That isn't, but again, they're probably very appreciative that you did pop in last night.
Well, listen, they do want Papa Clomp out there. So I went there yesterday, no fire going, enough beer to last only 1 day. What a rookie move that is. Broken chairs, no paper towels, nothing to wash your hands. So I got them all set up.
No sanitizer, no nothing.
No.
Did they have a thermocell at least for the mosquitoes? Or
I gave them a thermocell.
The bugs with?
I gave them a thermocell, but they didn't charge it. So I got them all set up. I got their fire going for about, the 6 or 7 hours I was out there. And the minute I left, they said it died. I'm like, well, you got to put wood on it. So they're figuring it out there. and I brought them beer and I brought them pizza. So now I'm getting a call. Hey, Dad, are you coming tomorrow morning with Tim's? What type of camping is this, Tim's?
That's right. Dad, we need you to show up at about 6 a.m. That's when you're making breakfast for us, right?
Yeah. That's right.
But you would actually hop in the car. You would actually be there for breakfast, and you would make this happen.
I'm a yes, Dad. And yes, of course, I would 1,000%. But, some of these kids now, some of them are 6'5", okay? They're not kids. They're grown adults, and they have nicer cars than me. And
but you have better fire starting skills than them.
I better. Yeah, I bet.
Right?
But I made them
in the dating scheme of things. Is the other half going to go after someone who's got the nicest car, or someone who can't fend for themselves in the bush? Right?
Nah, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, so the whole crew's out camping here in 2 separate areas. It was a big camping weekend. So they're out there till I think Wednesday. So tomorrow morning I get up early and drop them off Tim Hortons because, that's just the type of a dad that I have.
Now you're going to get orders now. Okay, Klomp's coming to the Crown Land spot. Maybe he can pop in with our Tims.
Yeah.
Take a Timmy's order.
So let's see. Janice says she'll go and be your right hand on the rides. There you go.
On the rides. All right, Janice. Book your spot to be Janice and Mark on those rides. Yeah, because I right now I'm riding solo. I don't know who's there's obviously going to be a bus load, and there's going to be the odd chance that someone will sit next to me. But again, I'm not afraid to ride a ride solo.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get on the ride first. There's like 50 people deep waiting to get to the front. And they always say, who's riding solo? I'll put my hand up and boom, I'm off to the front. I don't care. Even if I was with someone, I'd be like, okay, I'll see you in a.
You're going to have to get a fast. We get fast passes because I don't like the lineups, but
yeah, we're going to get the fast pass. I haven't used the fast pass. Does it actually work? It's like the airport lineups. You get those fast passes to get through. I've seen the pictures of Pearson. I don't think fast passes would work right now with the Pearson.
It works.
I think all airports are having some issues right now.
Sue's granddaughter is at Camp Pickle also. Okay.
Camp Pickle.
Camp Pickle. Well, it's typo. Come on, kid. We make 100 typos a day. So.
I know. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Me and you live off typos. Joanne said her granddaughter is part of the national dance competitions. Well, congratulations. She's from Barrie. So.
Keep us posted, Joanne, on that. We wish her luck. She lives in Barrie. Well, I'm going to be in Barrie tomorrow. Maybe I can do a set. She meets us on Kempenfelt Bay. My boys and I are going to be hanging out with Nan and Dan. We might run into her.
Lynn, iced coffee for Lynn. I'm pretty sure.
Lynn, did you see Lynn's comment? She's back in Timmins there. She's moved away, but she is back. So maybe you can hook up Lynn with an iced coffee.
I should hook up Lynn with an iced coffee.
Yeah, I'm not there. You can use my credit cards on my desk still. You want to go grab it?
There, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll if I get declined for 2 iced coffees, that'd be embarrassing. There.
Yeah, you can say, okay, I'm embarrassed to know this guy. No, you should be good. I topped that up before I left.
So yeah, let Ann take you on your travels. You don't got to worry about the airports there, Kinsman.
No, speaking of, well, you know what? It'd be awesome if Ann was our coach operator for going back and forth to Wonderland. She is a cool coach operator. If you've never driven with Ann, you need to drive with Ann on ONTC.
I don't know if you can rent their bus. So we went to Tisdale because I know like they rent. Oh, there's the Rever. We went to Tisdale because they rent out their buses. So essentially, it's the same tour they used to do before, but like we're just renting out the bus.
And people asking. Okay, there was another comment saying if this is successful, or even before this is successful, which it's going to be. Because we're close to selling the bus out. Is this coming back? Are we going to make this a routine thing? And you said on our previous show, we want to bring Jays games into it, maybe some Leaf games. Maybe not for Klomp, but maybe we'll take a bus trip to Ottawa. We'll see some Sens hockey in the summertime.
Yeah. Well, I think we'd probably sell out a Leafs bus faster than a Sens bus. But yeah, we're thinking about doing a hockey game, a baseball game, maybe a concert. So a couple fun things. So we'll see how this one goes. It's actually been really successful so far. So, look at this. They do have coach rentals. So we'll have to contact Ann.
Can we book a coach and say we want Ann Moran as our coach operator? Does that work, Ann, or are they special coach operators who aren't in the normal routine like the daily grind?
Leafs, yeah. I'm with your husband on that, but it didn't.
I'd go. I want to go see the Leafs. Next year's our year. Every year we say that.
There we go. Next year's. Don't forget the Habs. Yeah, here we go with the hockey again. Their kids been already.
Yeah, we're
Habs game. Yeah. So maybe it is a Sens Leafs game or a Sens and a Leafs Habs game would be a big sell. But yes, so we do. This is our test pilot, and I think we're going to do more. So. We're going to keep that rocking and rolling.
And we're close to selling out. But before we started the show, we were at about 16. We're now less than that. So if you want a seat on Canada's Wonderland, we're going to Wonderland. I'm seeing it's fun. They say when you talk, like, obviously we're dealing with technology every single day, but we mentioned Wonderland on my news feed. I'm going to see 300 pictures of Leviathan and everybody else who had fun at Wonderland, rubbing it in. As they say, is Big Brother listening? I think they're listening a little bit more than we would think. Throwing some little messages on my news feed going, hey, you better go to Wonderland. And again, it probably works wonders for our bus trip here.
So Timmins Fitness is offering pole dancing. Yes, pole dancing. Plus, they got their Spy and Seek event coming up. They have one in July and one in August, and super cool. We were down there and did like a sort of a test trial, but it's like an electronic scavenger hunt throughout the streets of Timmins.
Yep, you get your map. You get if you watch our video, you get dressed up like Cloak and Dagger, Spy versus Spy. We didn't really put the spy to the test in our video, but again, gives you the the idea, the paces of how cool that game would be. And again, it's like Carmen San Diego. That takes you way back. Remember that show?
Yeah, yeah. I have a question because you and I missed it. So I was out at Villers Bay and you were down south. How were the fireworks this year in Timmins? I saw some live videos.
I saw some live videos. You get your usual comments online saying, "Man, they could have been better." But again, fireworks are fireworks. Really, they're designed to go boom. I don't know if people are looking for the longest fireworks. I think they lasted about 15 minutes over Porcupine Lake.
Well,
but I saw some good videos. I saw people, snapping some pics. There is a drone shot. Someone took a drone and flew it out over Porcupine Lake. That video, if you haven't seen that one online, I forget who took that, but it's pretty cool.
All right. So I'm just curious if anyone went. So
did anybody go? I think Joanne was taking pictures of that. Joanne,
look at this.
How were the fireworks?
We had an amazing fireworks in Moonbeam. Is that where you're from, Kayla? Moonbeam? Cool. I've never known anyone that lived there. Yeah, that's awesome.
Kayla is up in Moonbeam. Home of the flying saucer is when you see the flying saucer, you hang a right, and that takes you into downtown Moonbeam.
Everyone knows. But I want to know how many people live in Moonbeam. Is it like it's small, right?
It's just Kayla. Kayla lives there.
Kayla's one.
Yeah, Kayla and her family. The whole population sign says this is Kayla's house.
Yeah, Kayla's she gets all the mail.
Yeah. They set off fireworks at camp. Janice says, not Facebook material.
Okay.
Joanne says, I took over 100 photos. Maybe send a few of those photos. Janice, we'll add those to the Spirit Moose for our midday blast tomorrow. Again, our midday blast. If you haven't seen our midday blast, perfect time to get caught up to date on what's happening in our community, surrounding area. And again, if you've got amazing pictures, speaking of pictures, not only the Spirit Moose will be on our midday blast, but the one that Sybil, Diana, Donna Babin sent us, the Three Bears. That one right now, before we started the show, Klomp, over 11,000 people have seen that photo of the Three Bears that Sybil took in only 9 hours.
Awesome.
That is awesome. The Three Bears.
They're already ripping through the garbage in Porcupine, pal.
How cute. We're looking at the photo. The picture of the bears looking all cute and innocent on their hind legs. Yes, cute. But when they're rummaging through your recycling bin at 3 a.m., not so cute.
So Kayla camps in Moonbeam, but Sue's telling us there's 1,157 people live in Moon. That must include dogs and cats. And 1,157 people live in Moonbeam?
Yeah, It's a busking metropolis. See, that's for some that is that's a perfect amount, right? Everybody knows everybody.
Is it?
You fart in the wrong direction, someone's going to hear it in Moonbeam.
My sister lives in Moonbeam, but she's on my block list.
What did she do, Joanne? What did she do?
What did she do? If you can ride the zipper, you can survive Canada's Wonderland. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to the Carnival next Saturday night.
Yeah. Bose Carnival coming to town. I got a message, someone saying, "Hey, Bose is hanging out at the Mac." You always get the odd truck that rolls in on the Sunday because they're in their previous city till the Sunday. Usually get the scouters go to the next spot and start mapping out the Bose rides. But yeah, trucks will be rolling in tonight into tomorrow. And again, that Carnival runs Wednesday through Sunday. And Bose Carnival. It's been a couple of years because of COVID, so they're looking forward to coming back. This is their 50th year coming to Timmins.
There you go, pal. So that will be fun, and I'm looking forward to that. All right. So what else is shaking, Kinsman? You're respecting. You're off to go see your mom next. Is this the plan?
Yeah, I'm on the dad portion of the tour. Grandpa and Grandma Lorraine here in Midland, and off to see Dan and Nan. Nan and Dan is what my boys call it, but Grandpa Dan and Nan in Barrie tomorrow. So we're making the trip up Highway 93 into Barrie in the morning.
So what are you doing for action and excitement when you're down there?
I don't know.
No.
People said there's things going around or along Kempenfelt Bay. Again, we're going to be taking a walk around Kempenfelt Bay. We'll see what happens. And of course, I'll take some video if I can. But they say, yeah, there's a lot of things happening in and around the downtown for kids. So definitely going to be finding out something to do. Again, it's right on the water. It's a nice, beautiful portion of the province. And again, I haven't been to Barrie in a long time. So again, it's going to be nice to make the trip down tomorrow. What is that? Joanne says he needs to tell me what street Nan and Dan live on. Yes, I do. Yeah, Joanne's going to come down and stalk me, or I think she's got her son. Your son's going to want to meet me. So we'll do some Kins and Klomp live selfies on Kempenfelt Bay tomorrow, possibly.
All right. Well, there we go, pal. All right. What else is shit? Oh, we should say that while we're going to talk about it actually in the sponsors about downtown Timmins, so we'll save it for then. What else is shaking?
Wanted to talk about this. Rock of the River still, selling strong, but the Friday VIP tickets are sold out. Saturday tickets are still 75%. I'm going to say they're closer to the 80% mark sold. So get yours before they're gone at ortr.ca. And of course, we're going to be a part of the Friday night Rock on the River. You and I get to host it. And then on Saturday, we're going to be the fans in the stand cam. Taking a different perspective. We host Friday, and we're going to be in the crowd Saturday with a Kins and Klomp live camp.
Get your tickets.
And your body surfing is what we've been told. So we're going to see if that can happen.
They nominated me.
You always, isn't that? Have you noticed that they always get you to do the crazier stuff? They always get me to film you doing the crazier stuff.
Yeah, there we go, pal. All right, is that
always
it?
Taking one for the team? Yeah, that's why we're a perfect team.
I think you told them, but anyways, all right. So let's thank our beautiful sponsors. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's thank the sponsors. Without the sponsors, the show doesn't happen. So let's do it. And a big shout out to Rock Whissell. We just chatted with Rock, the president of the MountJoy Farmers Market. Of course, the first farmers market was yesterday, 9 till noon, and it's every Saturday, 9 till noon, across from the old location down by the Matagami. Record-breaking numbers yesterday at their new location, and we're going to break it even further next Saturday. You can join Kins and Klomp live every Saturday. We'll be down there to greet every vendor. And come drive for Lucian. Lucian Transportation, $2,000 sign-on bonus for new drivers. Should I get that phone? I'm in my dad's basement. Should I answer that? Current drivers will get a $1,000 recruitment bonus for signing up for Lucian. And again, give them a call, 705-360-4090 today. And just talked to Angel Gem today. Dog Training 101 still filling up some spots. If you're looking to get your dog trained, dogs 5 months and up. Classes started back on June 27th. There's still spots for your pup. And if your pup is putting spots in your carpet, you might want to get some training in. 705-262-2662. And puppy classes start on July the 6th. So that's we're on July 3rd today. So 3 days till that class gets underway. Again, you can sign up right there. See that? positivegems.as.me. You sign up that is a direct link to register. And take a selfie with this sign with that guy. And if you ask Don Marcoux nicely, he'll come and pose and maybe even take your selfie for you at the Kins and Klomp sign at the mini putt and batting cages. And again, the hashtag mini putt fun is the hashtag to all sorts of winning. And again, we're going to post more winning. Someone's going to be winning some mini putt passes tomorrow. In fact, Don has let me know that we've got multiple passes this week to give away. And again, hashtag mini putt fun all summer long when you take a photo at the Kins and Klomp live sign. In DAP Cleaning Solutions, Andrew N. always up to, cleaning the stuff that you don't want to clean. Residential, commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Andrew N. is now booking your carpet cleaning and strip and wax jobs for your commercial units today. So if you want to give her a call, you can give her a call and she'll give you a free quote, 705-465-3500. You can even email her and.dapcleaningsolutions@outlook.com today. In Jackpot City, Timmins, we're now flipping the calendar. We're into July. We're getting closer. We're 17 days away from the grand reopening of Jackpot City, where you're going to see the beautiful new room and the location for these progressive jackpots, as well as the in-person bingo. The bingo room, amazing now. And if you haven't been, we're going to take you through July 20th. We're part of a grand opening, and I've been told that they're going to have a ribbon-cutting ceremony when we are there. So we're looking forward to that. And again, progressive jackpots, you can win yourself, some good loot and VIP bingo coming up at the end of the month with Kins and Klomp Live. Jamie and I will be there, and hopefully you'll be there with your dabbers with us. In Dare Timmins, putting out some reading with the Timmins Public Library on July the 5th, so 2 days away until this gets underway, ages 5 to 12, July 19th, August 2nd, and August the 16th. And again, another free event for kids to go and, learn the ropes and, learn how to read. And, of course, learn some fabulous tips from Dare Timmins, who have now teamed up with the Timmins Public Library for those big events. And Family Eye Care, looking forward to Corinne Brienne. She's going to take us through the paces on July 28th. We're going to be there for a live on location for a big event. It is an Oakley event. And again, more details on this Oakley event coming very soon. 108 Pine Street, South Timmins. And again, if you want to if you want to send them an email and maybe book an eye appointment, info@familyeyecaretimmins.com. You can even call Corinne, one of the most creative phone numbers for an eye place, 705-268-2020. And the Pizza Patio is back this week, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, plant-based marché. Your chance to, get yourself, you can't get any fresher than freshly made and handcrafted in their kitchen and then cooked in their outdoor pizza oven from Nolan, He was flipping our pizzas last week. And he'll be flipping your pizzas again this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They also just stocked up on brand new vegetables, fresh veggies, from the Black Creek Country Market in Matheson. So go get your fresh veggies there. And the corner of Wilson and Preston, Dabrowski's Smoked Meats, Mark Durapo, always selling some good hot eats. They have that nice meat bundle this week for $72.99. They're going to unleash another meat bundle tomorrow. And of course, those meat bundles, if you're looking to save, this is where they'll, the savings add up. And again, the corner of Wilson and Preston for all the good eats with the meats. And July 6th, this is coming up on Wednesday, 10:30 to 1:30, the first up with the Urban Park Market and the Urban Park Fun in downtown. It's Superheroes Week. And a big thank you to all of our superheroes who are going to be dressed up. If you are going to go in costume, they encourage that. That's on 3rd between Pine and Balsam. They're going to have stories, games, crafts, and snacks. And again, 10:30 to 1:30, downtown Timmins.
I'll be there, and I'm going to be dressed up as a superhero.
You going to be wearing the Kids and Klomp Live shorts?
Yeah, the way you find out.
Yeah, you can't reveal the magic yet on this. And how about this? Do you feel intimidated with all those animals watching you? Full-time animal control officer with PADS Canine Protection and Detection Services, Martin Peel, is looking for you. I can still remember when the post was up for a part-time, which they are looking for a part-time animal control officer. Someone said, I can't wait until, if this was only full-time, I would go for it. So now you can go for it. And again, you're going to get some great pay rates with this. And again, it's all based on your interview and, of course, your skills. And again, the bylaw course offered with Martin is provided by PADS Canine. So give him a call. It's 705-288-7435 or go visit him on 3rd Avenue in Timmins. And V&M Renovations looking for a finished carpenter Send your resumes to vmrenovations@outlook.com. You can also call Justin and Max, 705-372-3832. And if you're not looking to become a finished carpenter, maybe you need someone to finish your stairs. Well, they're also looking for some quotes and to give you your free quotes on your project that you've been putting off. Again, Justin and Max, V&M Renovations. Call for your reno quote today. And Hillbilly Customs, they were introduced to for the first time at the farmers market yesterday. And again, they're selling fresh farm eggs for you. You can call Mona, 705-372-8190, $4 a dozen. Again, Hillbilly Customs, you can find them on Facebook.
Okay, pal. So a couple of comments that we had during the sponsors I wanted to get to.
Okay.
Let's see. So Angel says, for Positive Gems, if you don't have a dog but want to come and check out the classes, you're more than welcome to come.
That's right.
That's right. So I wanted to make sure. And Joanne said she needs to borrow a dog.
Well, you can borrow a dog too.
She has 2 spots left. But yeah. That's right. So that's right. So your mom gives you a thumbs up tonight and says, see you tomorrow.
Yes, she's looking forward to seeing my little rugrats there, Ethan and Kate, and I making the trip to Barrie. So that'll be fun.
That's right. And while you're doing the sponsor, someone just booked 3 more spots for Wonderland. So actually 4 altogether. So so 4 more went down, pal.
4 more went down, and again, we're gonna have nice banners for all these donated sponsors. And again, a shout out. You said my mom, wishing us a safe trip to Barrie. My mom and Dan are one of the sponsors for one of those youth seats for Canada's Wonderland. And again, they'll have a nice banner as well.
You did it all from your dad's basement.
My dad's basement. The phone. I didn't answer the phone. I didn't know who it was. I should have picked it up. Who calls during Kins and Klomp Live? I should.
You know what I would have loved if you picked up your dad's phone call and then that's a rule you broke and he comes down and gives you a spanking. That'd be awesome.
Right here, like that sound of ruining the internet. Remember when you pick up the phone when it was dial up back in the day?
All right. I just love them to give you a spanking live on the show. It'd be amazing.
Right. Get your ass up here.
Respect the rule. All right, pal. So we booked a few more seats for the trip. So that's awesome. And you travel safe. And the building is nice and quiet that you're not here because
is it nice and quiet? And here's the trick now. We have a package being delivered tomorrow, and you get the task of hanging it up. So I'm gonna see what you do when I get back.
Yeah. Yes, I do get the task of it being perfect. We got to get a tape measure in here. We don't have one or a level.
No level.
We have a hammer, and we don't have nails, so we need that too.
No, we need a few things, but I'm looking at your pictures in the back. They haven't fallen off, which is great. that 3M tape is holding out well.
Yeah, that's right. So
good night, Sue.
Yeah, that's right. So and
I want to thank everybody for watching, because if no one watches, it's just you and I chatting back and forth online. That's no fun.
Yeah. It'd be like the other 23 hours of the day,
right? Where I'm bugging you. I'm in your office every 2 minutes. I'm also going to do an inventory count on that fridge when I get back. How many Kins and Klomps are still there, right?
They're all gone. Turn up your speakers for your dad can hear me. Mr. Kinsman, Mark's misbehaving. Give him a spanking. Please spank him.